So this is what we call textbook resisting arrest. She actually says it, I don't want to get arrested. Once that cuff clicks, just let them click the other wrist and deal with it. Welcome back to the channel, everyone. So a colleague of mine sent me this video of a DWI arrest in Ridgewood, New Jersey. Being that I've practiced in Ridgewood Municipal Court before, I just had to comment on this video as it's exactly what not to do when pulled over for a DUI. So let's jump right into it.
Listen, I have a dad who's an alcoholic, my mother who's an alcoholic.
All right, so you're telling me you didn't have any alcohol today. So then these
So right off the bat, she's talking too much. She's telling the officer that her dad is an alcoholic and her mom is alcoholic. Doesn't mean she's an alcoholic, but right off the bat, she's just talking too much.
No, in the past 3 months, no. In the past 6 months, no. In the past 5 years, no. 8 months max.
All right, so Andrea, then these tests should be no problem for you.
I'm not worried.
All right, so then don't be worried.
She should be worried.
This is the second time I've reached out to you guys to show you black, white, and proof that somebody is doing something to my car or my job or this or that, and then I get blamed.
You're not getting blamed.
So I'm just not.
So people forget when they're pulled over, in New Jersey at least, all the officers have body cam footage in addition to the patrol cars having cameras. Everything is being recorded from multiple angles. The more she's talking, the more she's making it worse for herself, which is usually the case with situations like this.
Right?
All right, no problem. Officer Ward's going to do a test on you and then I'll continue.
No, stay here.
It's not going to talk about. It's not going to talk.
So one of the things officers note in their report when they submit it is how cooperative the defendant was during the roadside field sobriety test. Obviously here she's not being very cooperative.
I don't need to take the sobriety test. I don't drink.
So then it should be no problem for you.
So it's not her choice whether or not she's going to do the test.
You need to stop walking past
start
us.
complying with
Because I don't agree with what you're
I don't
saying,
care
so I'm
if
not
you
going
agree.
through it.
It doesn't matter. What you agree with doesn't matter.
He's absolutely right. What she agrees with does not matter.
Again.
Just F-bombs.
Again.
Every 2 minutes.
See? Ow, yo.
So this is what we call textbook resisting arrest. She actually says it, I don't want to get arrested. Once that cuff clicks, just let them click the other wrist and deal with it. Let's look at the definition of resisting arrest. Under New Jersey law, resisting arrest is defined as the act of intentionally preventing a public servant from executing any of their official functions, including lawful arrests. There's 3 elements that the state must prove in order to charge somebody with resisting arrest. The person arrested committed an act that was unlawful. Here, she was driving under the influence or while intoxicated. 2, the person's actions were done with the intent to impair, obstruct, pervert, or prevent an arrest. Here, she moved her hand, she moved her arm, and she tried to prevent the officer from putting the other cuff on her wrist.
Ow, yo. What are you doing?
And 3, the person did in fact impair, prevent, or obstruct the administration of law, a lawful government function, or an arrest. That's exactly what happened here.
Relax your arm.
AY, call somebody now. Video.
That's why sometimes you'll hear the officer saying, relax your arm, let go, just to kind of add to the fact that she's actually resisting, and until she stops doing what she's doing, they're unable to arrest her.
First of all, no, you didn't read me my rights. You didn't read me my Miranda rights, and you didn't tell me what you're taking.
Please, don't ask an officer to read you your Miranda rights. If they don't read it to you, that's good for you. If they do read it to you, that's bad for you. So don't ask an officer to read you your Miranda rights.
Get the fuck off of me!
You're resisting us.
I wasn't resisting you.
Again, they're making it vocally clear that she's resisting.
Walk this way.
Stop pushing me! What are you gonna do?
We're going to sit in the car.
What are you gonna do?
We're sitting in the
Your car
car.
being detained.
Come on, you're being
What are
detained.
you
Sit in the
gonna
car.
do?
Sit in the car.
Detained for what? You did not read me my Miranda rights.
Miranda rights?
Excuse me, can
First of all, Miranda rights are what officers read you before they question you. You have the right to remain silent. Anything you say can and will be used against court of law. You have the right to an attorney. If you wish to retain an attorney, let us know. All these things that protect you and your constitutional rights, but also the cops have to do that because anything you say afterwards, if you weren't Mirandized, cannot be counted against you. So it's not something you want to ask the officers to do like she's doing here.
Why are you detaining me?
It's none of your business.
Exactly! No, there isn't! There is no!
This guy is so high. So here we are back at the station. A lot of people don't realize that not only are you being recorded during the initial stop, but you're also being recorded when you get back to the station. And again, that's every officer that's there typically has their body cam on and you're being recorded the entire time.
Been arrested for driving while intoxicated.
NJSA
39:4-50. The law requires you to submit the samples of your breath for the purpose of testing to determine alcohol content. A record of the taking.
So a lot of people don't realize that you're required to give a breathalyzer in New Jersey. Since driving is a privilege, it's not a right. If you refuse to give a breathalyzer, then that's a separate charge and it's treated as if you're guilty and that you were driving while intoxicated. So you're actually better off giving a sample and then fighting it that way, kind of reverse engineering it, than refusing, because if you refuse, you're basically guilty with no chance to fight it because it's its own separate charge.
He told me
Yeah.
I knew his rights.
Yeah.
So tell me what your rights
I
are.
just told you.
So I think it's clear, you know, this guy's high and she's obviously under the influence.
For being under the influence when somebody else hit my car and you had no proof of me being under the influence.
You refuse to take the
You did. Every lawyer says whether you're drunk or not, refuse.
I told you, you got that.
So right off the bat, like, no, don't refuse. I don't think any lawyer would say that. If they did say that, then he or she doesn't practice criminal law in New Jersey. Do not refuse because it's its own separate charge. So what did we learn today? Number one, try to be polite to the police. Number two, try not to be belligerent. Don't resist arrest. When you hear that first click of that handcuff, you know the second one's coming, so just let it happen. Point number three, don't refuse. Refusal is a separate charge. Very difficult, if near impossible, to fight a refusal. And number four, while I recommend you don't ask to be Mirandized, if you're gonna ask to be Mirandized, make sure you say it right.
Detained for what? You did not read me my Miranda rights.
If you like this video, hit the like button, subscribe, and comment down below with more videos you'd like to see me react to.